And then the third one is kind of an interesting one that I've seen come post implementation of EMR. And this is kind of an amazing thing to me, but with some people that we've gone through this with, and they very successfully implemented an EMR, the most amazing pitfall to me is then they don't do the things to take advantage of the investment they've made. For instance, they've put themselves in a position to reduce staff, but they won't do it. I mean, it's a great quality as a human being, but as a business, in other words, old Mary that's been doing charge entry over there forever, we really don't need her to do that anymore, but well, let's find something else for her to do. And so a reluctance to give up the dictation, staff reductions, getting rid of the rest of the old charts, free up that space, get in a position to, I mean, I just am amazed that people make a big investment of time, money, and effort, and then not take advantage to gain the return that they could gain.
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
Kind of an interesting pitfall I tell people in advance to kind of make sure when you get there, when you cross the goal line, spike it. I mean, don't
be ready to take action on the finish.
Exactly. So that's kind of an interesting little pitfall I've seen develop.
Awesome. Good insights. Well, look, here's part of the program where I usually ask my guests to ask out to the audience. If you have one question that you want to know what's on the minds of physicians and administrators out there, we usually do a little poll and link it up. Any question? What do you think?
Well, I'm amazed at how many physicians I talk to who just don't believe the stimulus money will ever happen. So
not the first time I've heard that.
Do you really think you're going to get the money? I guess is maybe because I mean a lot of physicians just don't think it's going to happen. And I say, well, it's signed into law, but I mean you think it, but just a lot of folks who really don't believe that something might not change before then. So they're afraid that they're going to go spend the money and then they're not going to get what they're supposed to get back. So it might be interesting to survey physicians and just find out how many of them really believe that this is real. So
how many folks think you're going to get the money, and how do you think you're going to get it? That's a good question. Mike, thanks for being on the program. I appreciate it. Everybody, keep the questions coming in. Remember, your questions count, and this is the simplest way to transition to electronic medical records. Get the inside scoop before you make the decisions, then get committed, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot, Scott.